20. Dougie, let's go. Hey, 20, let's go. Bread and butter. 15. 10 seconds. 5 seconds.
All right, so here we go, 2011 NCPA Championships, first game of the day. University of Florida Gators taking on Ohio University Bobcats. And right out the get, here goes Pando getting into Snake 2. Pando's been doing a really good job help running this team.
Looks like we got 3 Florida players coming off here real quick like.
Yeah, Florida not looking good off the break. Losing, it looked like 2 players off that Dorito side, and right now, they have a player in the Snake, and he's trying to come out and get a shot at Pando. Nice job. And I think he got clipped in his goggles too, and the ref's going to he's going to trade out.
Yeah, that's a good trade, though. That's a good trade. If you don't have control of the Snake, you don't want them to have that.
Yeah, now no one in the Snake for either team right now. Everyone's stuck in that center of the field as Ohio pushing down that Dorito side, trying to take out the last player in the back center.
I believe that's the last player, unless there's a Phantom player in that Dorito back there, which looks like it is.
Unless somebody dug a
Phantom
trench.
bunker. Here comes the bunker to nobody, and yes! Picture perfect.
And he is good to go. So, Ohio University winning the first point. So, good job of the Bobcats. So, yes, welcome. Here we're here in Lakeland, Florida.
Beautiful, sunny Lakeland, Florida.
Checking out Saturday. Now, very important today. The winners advance, and the losers will be eliminated. So it's kind of an important day. A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Kind of sort of important. Also, I'm hoping that the heat's going to stay away. It wasn't that bad yesterday.
But we're so high that we get the breeze here, so it's not, it's not bad at all, at least for us.
So, yeah, lots of great paintball coming at you today. Right now we're watching the Florida Gators take on Ohio University Bobcats. Next up we got West Point Black Knights. We'll be taking on Florida Atlantic Owls. I think Florida Atlantic was playing stunning yesterday. They had Travis Madrid in the Snake. Travis Madrid was phenomenal in the Snake yesterday. I felt that out of everyone I watched play the Snake, he played the best. So we got that coming up next. After that, Liberty University Flames taking on Rutgers University Scarlet Knights. And then the Pittsburgh Panthers, University of Pittsburgh Panthers, going to be taking on Cal State Long Beach 49ers.
Oh, that's going to be a good one right there.
And then there was 4 teams that got a bye because they were the winners of their division. And that was University of Connecticut Huskies, UConn, University of Tennessee Volunteers, University of Maryland Terrapins, and Penn State University Nittany Lions. Now, one of my favorite games of the day was Penn State taking on UConn.
Oh, that was a great game.
That was a crazy bloodbath game.
Definitely. That thing went back and forth.
Yeah, UConn went up in the beginning, and then Penn State struggled early but came back and ended up putting up, I think, 4 extra points on them.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was 8-4, so solid job by Penn State. So, yeah, lots of great paintball coming at you all day. I'm Matty Marshall. This is Catfish, Kevin Arcilla, world champion. We used to be teammates back in the day.
Back many moons ago.
Playing on the Ironman.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Ironman, we got Mike Paxton. He's going to be coming up in a little bit. He'll be here today.
Good treat for us here.
All right, so we're about to watch the start of point number 2. Again, first point went to Ohio University. All right, so on the breakout, Ohio trying to keep 5 bodies alive, pushing aggressively up that center of the field to the stand-ups. Looks like one of them gets shot out of there.
Another one coming out the middle here for Ohio. That's 2 players.
Both of Ohio's players in the center made it off the break. It's just one of them got shot, lost a gunfight there in the center of the field, trying to shoot towards the Dorito side, and now looks like Florida in really good position now, secondaring up into that center of the field. Now you can see the players trying to get in the Snake. There, finally makes that move.
He's going to shoot a cross, try to hit that guy in the can. Yep, eliminates the player in the can. We got a guy coming down the Snake here, trying to clean up the left side. Looking for more eliminations on the Dorito side here. Look like Florida's going to walk away with this point here.
Yeah, so Florida gets right back on the board.
It looked like this is going to be just a back and forth trade.
I hope so.
Point here. That's
what I want to see. We had some blowouts later in the afternoon yesterday. And there's some really good teams here. So, and today, I don't think we're going to see a lot of that.
No.
I think we're going to see a lot of seesaw battles back and forth, kind of like what we've seen so far. I also think it's interesting that you're looking at these teams starting to play a little bit more aggressively, and they're starting to play up in the center of the field a little bit more. And I think that is because they have really started to learn this field.
Definitely. And I mean, I'm sure that they're sitting around watching, the other teams play and figuring out where they're moving and trying to, counteract that.
And you're looking at the screen right now. Now, in case you're just tuning in or you haven't watched paintball before, that is the snake at the center of your screen. The long bunker structure runs the length of the field, and it's pretty much key. You got to get in there. Now, this particular field layout, the snake is a little bit more of a finesse bunker than it typically is. A lot of times you're going to have a snake that is going to need a lot of bodies to be flooded in it, and you're going to see crazy car crash battles going on there. And we have seen that a little bit so far this event. I think we're probably going to see a little bit more of it today as players learn this field. However, the Dorito side of the field, the opposite side of the field at the top part of your screen, is also very strong.
Okay.
And there's a lot going on that side, and looking at it right now. Now, as you see, there's not a lot of dead space over there. There's a lot of bunkers to play with. There's a lot of moves to make, and these players are starting to master and learn that side of the field as well. So, that being said, it's a very balanced field.
Yeah, pretty balanced. Unfortunately, I was always on the snake side. I know the Dorito side always looks nice to play.
Yes. I get to play both sides sometimes, but kind of, I don't know. There are different types of sides. I mean, the snake is more typically a more aggressive mind state you have to have in the game. All right, on the breakout.
Ohio making a powerful move to the snake here.
Yeah, look, Pando immediately gets into snake one. Now, going to see if he got clipped. It looks like the referee's going to get in there and pull him out. Nice job.
That's two players.
Oh, and a penalty has been assessed on, looks like,
Pando.
No, that's unfortunate for Ohio University fans.
Look at the Florida player coming all the way down to snake, making his way all the way down, going to look for that cross shot, eliminating that player on the Dorito side.
Yeah, that's a nice job by Florida getting in there. And that's Lowry, John Lowry for Florida.
Working in that snake.
And he is just polishing off everyone on the other side of the field, and his teammate's going to come and grab that flag.
Definitely.
So nice job by Florida, stepping up here, winning point number 3. So it's going to be 2-1.
2-1 Florida.
2-1 Florida, and Florida definitely stealing that momentum back from Ohio. And I'll tell you what, the story of that point was David Pando, Dave, getting a penalty there in Snake 1. Now, it looked like he dove in, or maybe it was on Brooklyn, Nick Kakuza.
Looks like he's talking to
I think it
some
was,
of the refs
I think
here.
It was Nick Kakuza who's arguing with the referees right now. You can see there's bottom right-hand corner of your screen, just kind of mulling about and very frustrated with the turn of events for him and that point.
Yeah.
Penalties happen, though. You got to shake it off. Especially still a lot of paintball left to play. 6 minutes and 51 seconds left to go here in the first match of the day.
Looks like we got some Florida players making their way out of the pit here.
So, Catfish, what was the best thing you saw yesterday? Anything interesting happen?
You know what? The UConn and Penn game was a really good game, I have to say. You know that
Penn State UConn. Yeah, that was a great game.
Definitely.
Did you get to see? I can't remember exactly because now last year David Pando had an amazing run through, and I think he ran down the drill side and shot everyone, and then spent so he spent 30 seconds just playing some stunning paintball, and then the following 30 seconds he spent vomiting his guts out on his way back to the pit area. And so apparently yesterday there was a guy playing one of these bunkers, and he was gunfighting, pauses, throws up, and then continues right back into it. I missed it, though. I didn't get to see it. I wish I got to see it, or we could have gone to town on that one.
Yeah.
And so he text messaged me. He's like, hey, the new puking champion is that guy. And I can't remember what team it was, but I was like, hey, I didn't see it, so you are still David Pando, still the puking champion.
I'm just saying, both those guys are lucky I wasn't up here when it happened.
All right,
and we're off.
Yeah, and here's the breakout. You're looking at Florida on your screen right now. The Gators trying to get that insert bunker behind the snake. Important spot. He gunfights his way into snake 1.
Eliminating that back player on Ohio State.
He's going to come around there. You see the kill count, top player of your screen.
University.
So So 3 bodies left alive for Ohio as they have a player in the penalty box having to start down a man on Florida on the power play, taking advantage of it so far, past the 50-yard line.
Sending out heaters over here.
Oh, Lowry just looks
Lowry,
like
just a little sloppy. But besides that, that was a great move into the snake to eliminate those key players in the back.
Yeah, now they're up in the center 50 in here. Lowry's back up. Irby
trying to do some work. Looks like that player in the Doritos causing them some trouble here.
Thomas Irby cleaning it up. Nice job. Irby continuing to play well for Florida Gators, and the Gators are on a roll. 3 unanswered points for Florida Gators so far playing Ohio University. Catfish, what does Ohio need to do right now?
I think they need to shoot their lanes better. It looks like the guy for Florida is getting into the little temple behind, or the little box behind the snake at will, and you got to kind of control that and stop that, because if you allow the other team to get into the snake at will and just control that, it's going to be a pretty devastating day for you.
Yeah, and the snake has, of course, the snake, that's paintball, man.
Yeah,
you have to get ground. You got to take ground. You got to be aggressive. And this snake I think it's actually easier to get to than some of the teams
definitely
perceive it to be. We're seeing guys like Travis Madrid from Florida Atlantic, who we're going to watch throw down in our next game.
Yeah.
He was making it there at will, essentially. Also, Tossie from Liberty played the snake well. So there's some really good snake players out there. And
definitely.
you can't forget Chris Tregarthen from Cal State Long Beach.
As well as Cameron from Pitt. He was just, controlling that snake, very well. I didn't want to butcher his last name.
Yeah.
I believe it's Durzak.
Durzak.
I just,
Yeah, he's a baller too. Also, Penn State has some amazing snake players.
Yeah.
They have Mike Wicke and
Danny Pastor.
Yeah.
Or El Pastor, like I like to say.
Yeah, or
marinated pork.
Yes, marinated pork. Well, he secondaries in. Well, not he's secondaries there. He's the third guy they bring in.
Yeah.
Because they got Wicke and they got Tyler Nalig, and those guys are just phenomenal on the snake side. They've been playing on that team for a long time.
Especially Tyler, 15-year senior.
Yeah, super senior. Actually, he's not that bad, but it was pretty funny because he graduated in December, but he has still been. The way the rules work is that you can still play, but we were joking that he was going to get to play in the alumni game and the championships at the same time.
That would
have
been
comical.
Great.
But yes, Tyler Nalig, awesome snake player, and a great guy, honestly. So
for everyone out there wanting to go to college, they do have a 15-year plan.
Yeah.
Tyler does know about it.
All right, so here we go, about to watch the start of this next point. Score 3-1 in favor of Florida. Looking on the breakout right now on your screen, that is Florida.
Losing that player behind the snake.
5 bodies alive for Florida. Gunned up, trying to make moves on the snake side. Able to get in the insert bunker. Looks like he might have got bounced. Referee in there checking him out. No, he was eliminated. So no one on the snake side for either team. Here we go. Ohio finally making a move.
Looks like they're trying to make their move into the snake here. Trying to control a little bit. Ohio losing 2 key players off the back.
Ohio is just losing. I mean, they're walking
and another player's coming off the Doritos side.
Walking off wholesale right now. It's never good to, when you look over, I'm looking at Florida, I look over, I start looking at Ohio, and I just threw 3 bodies walking off.
It's not looking good for them right now. It looks like they're having a 2-for-1 special over here.
Yeah, and you're seeing Kakuza walk off. It looks like he got shot trying to get out of the penalty box.
Yeah. It looks like this Ohio player's in trouble. And yes, a little back massage for him as he comes off the field.
So Ohio continuing to struggle here this morning. And Florida, 4 unanswered points so far after Ohio got on the board with a quick one. And they just, I'll tell you, they had that penalty, and they look flat right now. They're getting shot out of their bunkers. That's the biggest thing they're doing right now is there doesn't seem like they're losing a lot of bodies off the break.
It's fundamentals, man. I mean, you can't just get into your bunker and just wrap your head out and think no one's going to be shooting at you, man. This is paintball, You got to be quick. You got to be, like you said, fundamentally sound about what you're doing in your bunker.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in again this morning, bright and early. Well, it's not that early. I'd like to thank our sponsors. This is presented by Empire, worldwide leader in paintball products, and by Dye Precision, the choice of champions.
Speaking of Dye, I'm pretty excited to have Mike Paxton come out here today.
Love Mike.
Mike Paxton, ladies and gentlemen.
Great guy.
World-famous Ironman player.
World-famous champion.
I like to call him the gunslinger because, I mean,
just winning all the time.
Mike is definitely a gunslinger.
He is definitely a gunslinger. And Mike's a good example. If you're listening up out there and you think, wow, I'm just not small and fast, so I can't play professional paintball. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Not true. Mike Paxton
is neither
small nor fast, but he is amazing.
Yeah.
Very, very, very good.
You practice those snapshots, man. You just got to – snapshots are so key. You got to be able to just come out of your bunker and take that one shot.
Absolutely. All right, looks like we have Alora, third member of our broadcast team. She is down on the sidelines right now with some fans. Let's check it out.
All right, guys, so who said girls didn't like paintball? I know I do, and I'm here with Joe and Caitlin, who are out here supporting the Florida Gators. Joe, let's start with you. What is paintball like for you, and who are you out here supporting?
I'm actually here for Dave Bowerly. I'm his girlfriend, and, it's really competitive. They're really aggressive, a lot of fights. Everyone's always so pissed. I don't know. But it makes it fun for me to watch. I just sit back and they're going to get into a fight. We're going to go for it, whatever. But it's really actually really fun and exciting, and I enjoy it. I support him. He likes it, so I'm here for him.
Okay, and Caitlin, just tell me about paintball. Do you understand the game? What's the Doritos side? Give me the snake side. What do you know?
I'm not quite up to date on all the terms, but I know the Doritos are the pointy things. So that's about my extent of knowledge.
All right, thanks, ladies. Can we get a little cheer for your team?
Let's go Gators!
Yay.
Moving on. We're actually doing really well right now, so all right, moving on.
All right, you guys tell us more about how they're doing up there in the booth.
Thanks, Laura. So, it's, paintball's for everyone, honestly.
Yeah,
Girls
definitely.
can play, and I told the story yesterday, but it's incredibly hilarious. We had this celebrity paintball match where these playmates were playing rappers and football players, and the playmates destroyed the rappers and football players, literally shooting them into the ground, point blank. The guys are rolling on the ground, writhing in pain. Oh,
Why is
God,
she doing this
hilarious.
to me?
Oh, so funny. So, yes, big and small, old and young, everyone can play, and, it's good to see that the girls are coming out to us more than men, so, of course.
Definitely, even though they're losing the battle on the pointy side, or as I like to call
on
them,
the pointy side.
the Doritos side.
Yes, the Doritos are the pointy things.
Yes.
At the top of your screen. Just in case you just tuned in.
Or pointy things do, work as well.
Yeah, of course. That'll work. Maybe I should change the call up.
Pointy and he's in the big pointy thing?
Pointy thing, too.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to fly.
All right, you're looking at Florida on your screen right now. Gators they're playing great. Honestly, they really are. They lost that first point, to Ohio, but they've just been picking it up since then and put 4 unanswered on the board here. About 4 minutes and 14 seconds, so a ton of time. And those points have been scored quick.
Yeah, they were real quick.
Yeah.
They were real quick 4 points, huh?
So here we go. See, coaches are out there trying to give some last-minute information. Looks like a timeout had been called by Ohio.
Trying to get his players motivated.
That's
here.
smart, man. Honestly, that's when you throw timeouts when the other team is getting on a roll, and you're icing the other team down, and B, you're figuring out what's going wrong and try to fix it. All right, here we go. Watching Ohio University on your breakout. Nice, looking at it from the snake side.
Losing the snake player here.
Yeah, lose the snake player. Florida loses their snake player, and it looks like Ohio University losing their Dorito player.
Pointy side.
Yeah, losing their pointy side player. Doubling up that back center, Ohio University, rolling their guns, trying to get shots on the snake side of the field and
Florida
the Dorito side.
The snake getting eliminated out of the snake. Another Florida player coming out.
So it looks like Pando's trying to work his way into the snake from the insert bunker right behind it, and he gets in there. Nice job by Dave Pando.
All the way down.
That's what I'm
Great
talking
move
about.
Right there. That's a good move. That's what you need to do.
That's what you want to happen.
Yeah.
If you get in there and no one is stopping you, you make your way all the way down. He's trying to get his team back.
Eliminating that Florida player, trying to make a move to stop his move.
So here we go.
Oh, handing out facial massages on the pointy side.
Nice job by Dave Pando, stepping up, getting his team back in it. That's a huge point for them because we talk about this 3-point spread often, and this is where you do not want to let the game start to run away from your team. And Dave Pando is able to step up and pretty much, I wouldn't say single-handedly because he definitely has some boys left alive still, but he really made it an effort to get into that snake, and as soon as he got in the snake, no one was stopping him, and we've been seeing it all weekend long. You got guys, they get into snake one, the first part of the snake, the first part you get in right when you enter it, you're looking at it right now on your screen, that yellow bunker right there, the first part of the snake, and they get there and they just sit there. Nothing's stopping them. No one's going to be shooting at them, but they will not progress up the snake. Now, David Pando, he slides in there, immediately guns up, nothing stopping him. He realizes that, and he has the high paintball IQ, and he just runs down the field, does a great job.
That's pretty much where paintball experience comes in. I mean, all the players you see that play on, on the amateur level and play on their, local teams are going to be making that move. A lot of these players that are not, paintball sound aren't going to make that kind of a move. They're just going to stick, like you said, stay in the back in that yellow bunker, and not make that move. Yeah,
and that's the thing. And, if you're out there and you're listening, if you get in a bunker, it's a pretty logical progression of what you should be doing from there. When you get in a bunker, first, the checklist is simple. Is somebody shooting at me?
No.
Well, how do I tell? Well, is my bunker getting hit with paintballs? Are there paintballs whizzing an inch off the edge of my bunker? If they're not, well, then you head check. That's step 2. So if I'm not getting shot at, then I don't just stick my head out or come out with my gun. The first thing I do is I head check. That just means you throw your head out, bring it back real quick.
You don't stick it and leave it out.
And you're looking directly in at the bunker, and you should have walked the field. You know who should be shooting at you, and that's the first one. We call it checking off. So you check off on your first bunker, and you check off on the next one, and then after you've done all that, which should happen in a split second, then you can start coming out and gunfighting. And then when you start gunfighting, if no one's shooting at you, nothing's stopping you, giddy up, man.
Yeah, man.
Go down that snake. Go down that Dreed side. Yeah, exactly. All right. Score again 4-2. Ohio University finally again on the strength of David Pando playing on that snake side of the field, able to get themselves back in it. We got ourselves a 2-point game right now.
Trying to build a little momentum back.
So now if I'm Florida, if I'm the Gators, I really, we want to maintain that momentum. You want to understand that, look, okay, David Pando just had a good game. Let's shut that down. We know Pando's good in the snake. We know that we know where he's trying to get in there from. It's not a mystery.
No.
So put another gun on that side, but continue to do what they've been doing well, which is shoot guys out of their bunkers. The Gators are winning their gunfights, and that's why they're winning this game.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely am a big fan of sending that guy to that yellow stand up there, the can, because that definitely shuts down the can, or the snake side, I should say. Excuse me. That guy there is, a safety valve. He controls what happens, dictates if they're going to get into the snake or not.
Look like Thomas Irby. I don't know what's going on right now. Looks like a timeout was called maybe by the Gators this time. Double timeouts. They need extra time to talk. You see the coach out there.
Maybe he's trying to cool the other side down. Maybe he senses that Ohio's starting to pick up some momentum here.
Yeah, but it's like, do you do that? You're up 4-2, man. Don't let the team that you just that you're up against ponder the amazingness of their last point. It's like, let's get this rolling, man. We need to get that momentum back.
Yeah.
We don't want all this time to go by and guys are sitting there critical, thinking in their brains, okay, well, should I do that game plan? Should I shoot off the break? Should I just run out there and die? You don't want that to happen. You want to get that groove flowing.
Definitely want that groove. That's what separates a lot of teams. Some teams don't have the groove. A little swagger.
No, a lot of teams don't have the groove. How Ohio got its groove back?
How Ohio got its groove back.
Well,
saw that in the movie. Saw that in the theaters, and it was awesome.
Yeah, now playing in Lakeland, Florida. We'll see here. I mean, it's 2-4. They need to get a little bit more of their groove back if they want to advance. Again, this is a do-or-die situation. These guys, if they lose this game, they're out. That's it.
Oh, looks like Florida losing the player on the snake side here.
So Florida, yes, on this snake side, no one on.
Two Ohio players coming up.
Two
full cell status.
Yeah, it's not looking good on the backfield.
Yeah.
For Ohio. Actually, they have 3 bodies left alive. Pando's rolling his gun. He's trying to get in that snake. And you're looking at Florida on your screen right now. You see those guns? They're shooting to the snake side. Yeah. They're trying to keep Dave Pando out of the snake. There's Pando right there. He's gunfighting around that stand-up temple. Yeah. He's the only guy in the snake side of the field. There he goes. He makes this move right into the insert bunker behind the snake, and he's going to want to come around that. And you're looking at the snake right now. No one in that snake.
We got a Florida player.
There he is. He's hiding in the shadow.
In the shadows, lurking. Just hand in the cut here.
Pando mirrors that move, so we got 2 players in the snake, 1 for both teams.
Pando looking for that elimination across field here. Shooting towards the pointy side. And now you can hear the coaching. This is some good coaching from both sides here.
Well, you see the coaches, bottom portion of your screen, the coaches, a really good shot of the Florida player laying down the snake right there, and he's just trying to gun up on Pando. Pando's shooting inside, though. Pando's trying to get a shot on Dorito 1 and that back center, and he's keeping them tucked into that bunker
Looks like
pretty tight.
Florida player making that move to the next.
Oh, he's going to destroy Kukuza over there. Or on the snake.
They're coming down the
shot.
pointy side. You got to do something, snake player.
They do not. I'll tell you what. They do not know that he is the Florida player. Ohio does not know the Florida player is in Snake 2. Now Pano needs to come and just run him down right now.
Yeah.
Pano should just come and run him down.
And here comes the pain.
Nice job, Dave Pando.
Looks like they're taking care of that.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Pano. Good job by him. He comes down and cleans the last guy out, playing aggressive, playing smart. That's good paintball right there.
Yeah, definitely good.
And now we got ourselves a match. 3-4 as Ohio fighting back against Florida Gators right now. This is what I like to see. A little bit of some car
back and
crash.
forth, huh? A little seesaw
back and
battle.
forth in the morning.
Definitely. Pando playing a great game in the snake there.
Pano had his coffee this morning.
Had his cup of joe.
Pano's a great guy too, man. He's
I mean, all these guys out here are good guys.
I mean, we talk about that, but it's important, man. I mean, Dave's a good guy, and you need these teams are built on the backs of their leaders on and off the field. You know that you were a leader at certain points in your career. As you progress, you start. It's like anything else. Just start out as a freshman. You start out as a rookie. You get on your team, and then you earn it. You earn that respect on and off the field by the way you carry yourself and how you represent and how you play, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, and that's another big thing it comes down to. That's the thing is that I'll get this question a lot too, as far as I'm the captain of my team and I don't know about how I should talk to my guys or this or that, and you have like all these kind of intangibles people have to worry about. But the thing is, man, it's really hard to be a leader if you're playing and you're not one of the best guys on the team. Dave Pando, one of the best guys on that team, and it shows. So I think that if Ohio can summon some of the spirit that they've been distributing right now,
looks like the wind
trying to get back into it,
right now.
But Florida, talk about win. There's no win in Florida sales right now.
There's a big hole in their soul at the current moment. Then you start sewing that hole up.
All right, so let's see here as the few remaining players are going out onto the field. Who are you picking in this game? Who you like right now?
You know what? It's still hard to tell, man. I mean, both teams are playing aggressive, and I like it, But I'm going to go with Ohio on this one. I mean, they're showing some resilience here, coming back from a 3-point deficit.
Yeah, so on the breakout, it looks like Ohio losing
players on the pointy side. Oh, and there's a penalty being thrown over there on Florida, it looks like.
Oh, and another penalty. So we have not really seen a lot of penalties so far. But today, so far in this event.
Yeah.
But right now, this is 2 penalties in one game.
Yeah.
And which, I don't know if that's going to be a trend today as guys are struggling to fight and get in this tournament and do what they need to do. I don't know. We will see.
It's do or die today. So, I mean, some of these players might be pushing the envelope and, costing their team a win.
So now Kukuza is in the snake for Ohio, and another penalty.
Oh, that's amazing. And they take out the snake player. One of the key players on the field here.
I don't. The refs are on it today.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know what's going on with some of these guys out there, and just penalties on both sides of the board. And then now, wiling out on the Dorito side is Ohio University.
Yeah.
It looks like got ourselves a one-on-one.
Yes, it is.
But then they blow the horn. Why would you blow the horn? Time runs out. Time expires in the half. So that is going to do it here for our first half. Look, we got so wrapped up in the game. We're like, this game is amazing.
This is great.
There's guys just doing crazy things on the Dorito side of the field, pointy side of the field.
Pointy side. Do you see Jazz Hands jumping over the bunker trying to get his penalties, assess his penalties over here.
And the refs are on top of it today, I'll tell you what. And hey, we talk about this all the time. Penalties will come to haunt you. And I think Chris said it best yesterday. Either stop cheating, get better, and don't get caught.
Don't get caught. Pretty much what Chris wanted to say was don't get caught. Or if you're not good at cheating, then, I don't know what to tell you.
Chris Fast Hands Lasoya.
Captain Quick Hands.
Captain Quick Hands. That was I was like, I'm trying to remember.
I was trying
to remember the preferred nomenclature.
Captain Quick Hands Lasoya.
Yeah.
He has the quickest hands in the business. I'm just saying.
So right now, score 3-4, still in favor of Florida. They have a slight lead.
Yeah.
However, the momentum is definitely in favor of Ohio.
Is almost an even score.
And also, you look at that last point. I mean, that was crazy. You had a penalty on both teams. Kakuza gets in the snake, and then he gets pulled out on a penalty. And then on the flip side, Florida looked like they brought it down to a one-on-one, chopping guys up as they're coming in. Ohio University pushing down that Dorito side of the field. There's 2 guys left in the penalty box. I was really excited, actually, to see what was going to go down, because that's the type of paintball you like to see.
Definitely.
Crazy things are happening. Guys are playing aggressive, and there's 2 guys waiting to come back out of the penalty box, blazing. And we didn't get to see it because it
definitely
ran.
Not. The ref on the snake side, we like to call him jazz hands. He was just throwing those flags up and down.
All right, so it looks like we have Laura Keeman. She is down on the sideline. She's got David Pando. Hopefully he's got something interesting to say.
Okay, all right, Dave. So you're absolutely dominating in the snake, making things difficult for Florida, even though they had the edge. Just talk about what you're going to do in the second half.
Well, you know, we're going to adjust our game plan so that I can make it in the snake. They were kind of shooting me off the break every point in the beginning. So finally we kind of figured it out and made some adjustments so that, you know, I was actually making it. So we're going to keep that going and hopefully, run them down. We're also getting a lot of penalties. The refs are being very strict today. So, you know, we're trying to deal with that as well.
Okay, what does Florida do so well that was making it so hard for you off the break there in the beginning?
I mean, they were shooting the snake side very well off the break. Their lanes are really good. They were getting kills off the break, and we were getting nothing off the break. So that was the advantage for them. But now I think we finally got our lanes down, and we're going to come back in the second half.
You feel like they've scouted you well and they know who you are?
I mean, they definitely know who we are, but I don't know how well they scouted us or anything. I mean, they're playing good right now. That's all.
All right, well, we'll see what you do in the second half.
All right, thanks.
All right, guys, that's one of your favorites, Dave Pando.
Dave Pando, always so well-spoken. All right, so we are at halftime, and we will be back after a few of these messages. The score is going to be 5-3 in favor of Florida. We'll be right back.
Things to do with Empire paintballs. You can paint a picture. You can paint a fence. You can paint your friend. But know that the paint will not remain, and Empire Paintball strives to reduce the impact of paintballs on the environment. Our RPS Advanced Formula Fill materials are all listed on the GRAS, Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act list, and will not negatively affect drinking water, water table, or the field environment. Shoot the best, and know that Empire Paintball works hard to protect our planet.
All right, so we are back here, Lakeland, Florida. First game of the day here, 2011 NCPA Championships. I'm Matty Marshall. I'm up here with Kevin Catfish Arcilla.
Good morning,
the
everyone.
man, the myth, the legend. Beautiful day so far. Let's hope the heat does not creep up. Got to about 88 yesterday, I think. At least that's what everyone on the internet chat board was saying. But, you know, again, that's really not that bad for Florida.
Not bad at all,
If it stays in the 80s and we're in Florida and it's not that humid, get out of here. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, it is a beautiful day.
And it's not raining. Oh, God, it's awesome.
No thunderstorms?
Let's knock on some wood.
Yeah.
Pray to the paintball gods, and
I don't
let's
know
hope we get a
everyone
good day.
at home is aware that paintball, is usually played in the rain.
I mean, pretty much you can guarantee that if you throw a major paintball tournament, some sort of chaotic and weird climactic shift is going to happen to bring us some weird type of weather.
Mother Nature, I don't know, is not a big fan of paintball. for some
No,
reason.
not at all. So, story of the game so far. Florida, they were starting to, they lost the first point to Ohio, but then they went on a run.
Yeah.
Did great, and definitely
4-point run, actually.
4-point run, stepped it up. But then Ohio starts getting back on the board. We got ourselves a 2-point match, score 3. And I think, again, it's all going to come down to it's always basic paintball 101 stuff until we get to those, the battles going down, and then it's going to become individual play. But both teams need to keep guys alive off the break. They've been pretty good at that. But like Pando was saying in his interview, hey man, Florida was shooting him off the break a lot, and that was shutting him down. But that thing is they, as we watch the break, is that they have more than one attacker over here on the snake side of the field.
Florida losing a key player out the back of the snake here. Looks like Pando doing his job. Like he said, in his interviews, they figured out what was going on. They made the proper adjustments, and they're starting to come alive.
Complete destruction for Ohio University on the Dorito side of the field. And now Pando trying to make a move into the snake one. He does, goes immediately all the way
down.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how you play the snake. No one's stopping him. Awesome. Takes out a Florida Gator player trying to get out. There's no one on this side. It's all Pando. Pando's got everyone's back. Who picks up the back player trying to get out there. Who's not able to clip him, though. That guy's still alive. Now, Pando needs to be careful because Florida has a man up on that Dorito side of the field. Now, Pando should be able to get his back.
Yeah. He's looking for that elimination across field here. It looks like he's battling back with the guy on the 20 side.
Yeah, and it looks like I don't know if he got a shot, and he still has 2 guys left alive, too. So the 2 players left alive, I was going to say, need to make a move on that Dorito side. He runs into guns. Meenan. Oh, Joe, what are you doing, bud?
Running out in the open.
So Meenan tries to make a move.
Looks like Pando battling with the guy trying to eliminate him here on the snake side.
Meenan is a pretty solid player. I don't know what he was doing over there, and he needs to let Pando go to work. And and now it's kind of a bad situation for Ohio. Even though they got Pando up there, it's going to
eliminate that key player that was holding them up here.
And Pando shot the guy on the Dorito side of the field. So Pando
having a game today.
Pando's stepping it up right now, keeping his team in it.
Definitely bring them back from the depths.
We got ourselves a 1-point game.
Yeah. Pando walking off here.
Is he going to throw up?
I don't know. We'll keep an eye on him.
He's a puker.
He's the puker. Bucket!
I love Dave.
I need a bucket!
Dave's great. Dave's a baller, man. Playing great right now, man. He keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Every year.
That's the thing, these players get better every year. I mean, it comes with practice,
It comes with practice and we, Kat, you're somebody that spent years playing this sport, elevated your game, won a world championship, was at the top of the game. But how long does it take? How many years does it take to cultivate paintball skill? It takes really good.
Many moons, my friend. Many moons. It's not like it's going to happen overnight, And you know what? Like, you're only as good as the people you play against.
Absolutely.
So if you're in an area where you're playing players that are decent players, you're going to be a decent player as well. If you want to step up to the pros or up to the D1, D2, you're going to have to elevate your game, and you're going to have to find, a spot where some of the D1 players are playing at, and some of the pros are playing at. Because if you, like I said, man, you play against pros, you're going to play like a pro.
Yeah, and and it's fun to go out to your local field if you're really good and destroy the players that aren't as good as you. Yeah, that's fun, but it's not challenging.
No, not at all.
And it's not going to make you a better paintball player.
What it does is build bad habits.
It does.
It builds bad habits.
Absolutely, it's going to build bad habits. And if you want to be a good player, you need to actively seek out the best teams you possibly can play. Ask to get a game in. I mean, that is how it's done. And so it's great to see. And I've been doing this this particular event for a series of years now, and it's just been awesome to see the progression not only of the teams and the level of play as a whole, but some of these individual guys. Like Pando's been out here for a number of years, and he's just been getting so much better. Same with Tyler Nalig from Penn, and Wiki from Penn State. Tony Costa from
Long Beach
UConn.
State.
Yeah, Chris. But Chris was already good.
Yeah. It looks like, wow, Ohio having 3 players in that back bunker, and then it looks like we're getting a penalty assessed. And there's the
another
flag
penalty.
from Jazz Hands being thrown up.
So our head ref, a.k.a. Jazz Hands.
Looks like Florida's snake players, and they're coming all the way down as instructed by his coach. Looking for that elimination across field.
And that's Lowry. Nice job by Lowry.
Eliminating that guy at the back temple.
Feasting right now on Ohio. Wow.
Handing out the back rubs.
So nice job by number 18, Lowry, for the Florida Gators, and backed up by Irby as well. And they just refusing to let that lead go. They just are like, look, check it out. We're gonna trick you and make you think you're getting back in the game, and then we're gonna come and just steal your thunder.
Yeah. And it's gone.
And sorry, we still have the lead.
We are still here.
It's going to be a 2-point spread now. 7 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Yes. So,
not in their hometown.
And it's been we've seen some action go down on the on the Dorito side, but ultimately it's been a snake battle. Story of the game has been Lowry and Irby for Florida, and then on the snake side, Pando for Ohio on the snake side of the field. Now, Kakuza also does play the snake sometimes, but he is not really having a great game right now.
No, not at all. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes, some players are just, it's not,
it's not your day.
Not your day.
Not your game.
Not your game.
You gotta shake it off. I mean, again, we talked about this yesterday. Super important element to this particular event as well. The teams that are going to have success here are the teams with depth.
Oh yeah.
You can't just have one star going out there and shooting everyone. These teams are getting too good now.
Yeah, definitely. They're like you said, they're getting too good for this. You gotta be able to play all sorts of different positions here.
Absolutely, and I think some of these teams have a decent amount of depth. You're looking at I think Liberty has some depth. They got Tossie on the snake side. He's been stepping up. They got a couple other guys that are ballers as well. University of Connecticut Huskies. UConn is deep. Penn State is deep. Florida Atlantic's deep. These are good teams.
With some depth in them.
Yeah, and you need that. You absolutely have to have that depth, especially as the event progresses on and fatigue starts to set in. Also, there's not a lot of injuries necessarily in paintball. I mean, this isn't motocross. We're not jumping 50 million feet in the air and doing quadruple backflips, can kick flips, and crashing. But it's a repetitive stress of diving into these spots over and over and over again at practice, and now here at this event, it just wears you down. So fatigue will set in.
Yeah. Looks like both teams coming out pretty much evenly matched. Looking like Pando coming all the way down to the snake, looking for that elimination across field, and nope, not finding anything right now. Looks like Florida trying to get their player into the snake to slow Pando down.
Pando is just they stopped him earlier on, but the great thing about that for Ohio is that, look, it's like they know Pando's going there. Yeah. It's not like he's going, oh, God, I'm getting shot on the snake side. I'm going to go to the Dorito side. No, he's like, I'm running it, man. I'm coming to the snake. Stop me. Try to stop me.
Yeah. I'm gonna be in your kitchen making a sandwich, and if you don't want me there, then you're gonna have to stop me.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what's happening here. Looks like the Ohio players they got one to stand up can, which is that safety valve I was talking about earlier. Just shutting down the snake, or at least shutting down or slowing Florida down.
And you look there, right on the top right-hand portion of the screen is the referee getting in there to check him out. That's the safety valve Cap was talking about. What he's doing, you see, he's just totally gunned up. He has not dropped that lane. His gun has been up the entire time.
Oh, and eliminating that player. I believe he just shot that player out.
Yeah, from Florida.
Yeah. Look at Panda going to work once again. Trying to eliminate that back player here.
Yeah, Pando is just up over the top of that bunker. Looks like he might have got caught. Nope. And Pando's on fire right now.
Yeah, he's handing out the back massage.
Pando is just stepping up. So Kakuza coming down that snake's or Dorito side of the field. Looks like Meaden is over there as well. Yeah, man, Ohio University.
They will not go quietly into the night.
No, they will not go quietly into that good night. Score is going to be 6-5 if the hang is clean with 5 minutes and 32 seconds remaining here in regulation.
It looks like they're checking Pando's gun, making sure that, he doesn't have any kind of super machine in his hands. But I believe that's all skill for Pando.
Yeah, and Kat, we've seen some close games so far this event, but this is the closest game we've seen so far.
These are the kind of games you want to see. A blowout. If you're the team blowing them out, could definitely be a good time. But
it's great. Yeah. 10-1 games are great if you're the 10-1.
Yeah, if you're the 10.
Not good for us.
Yeah,
not good for the audience at home.
But this is what you want.
This
you want
is
a seesaw
paintball.
battle right now.
Hey, man, this is the do or die time. The winners advance and the losers go home. The losers are going to be hanging out in the kiddie pools on the sidelines, watching the rest of the games if you don't win.
Yeah, definitely. I'd kiddie pools and on the sidelines, and it could be fun.
Yeah,
but not as fun as winning a tournament.
These teams, not as fun as winning a tournament. Absolutely not. And that's what these guys are fighting for right now. So the losers are going to go on. The losers are going to go home. Winners are going to go advance to the next round. And this is basically Sunday paintball, what we normally talk about, but on Saturday.
The dance.
Yeah,
this is the dance.
This is why you play paintball. You want to get into that really crucial moments where you're tested. That's the whole point of this. You want to see what you're made of.
Test yourself every day, my friend.
Yes, absolutely. So, and that's what we're seeing right now. And I'll tell you who's answering the call, though his team is still losing. Got to make that point. Is David Pando. David Pando, MVP right now of this game, but doesn't matter. Like Tony Gwynn almost hit 400 for the Padres every year, and Padres sucked. So, and I hate to say that as a Padre fan.
Yeah.
Don't even start talking about the Dodgers.
Don't
bring it up. I don't want to talk about it.
I'm not.
However, but it's it's got to be frustrating to be Tony Gwynn on the Padres back in the day, hitting 400 almost, and winning all those batting championships, and your team's terrible.
Your team's terrible.
But and again, Ohio's playing great. And the whole team's playing well. But the problem is that they're still losing. So let's see if they can actually tie it up right here. And
and
a penalty.
Like, Jazz Hands throwing that flag again. It looks like Florida is just coming up.
Three bodies walking off at the same time. It's not a good move.
Pando getting eliminated.
Pando getting taken out.
Oh, man.
It's a bloodbath out there right now. It's craziness. It looks like only one player left alive for Florida.
On the pointy side?
Yeah, on the pointy side.
Oh, man, this could not be good. This is not going to be good for him. I don't know what's going on with Florida. They're just, they're assessing these penalties, and it's not going to be good. I mean, you got a very...
Mario just shooting the last Florida player literally into the ground, grabbing that flag and hanging it. And you see the Florida player is going to need some help up.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens. I mean, I don't know if he got domed or maybe got the back of his ear shot or something. A little equilibrium messed up. Which can happen if you get triple tapped in your ear.
Guess what?
Tie game.
Yes, it is.
Tie game.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah, you see the last Florida player still kind of stumbling around.
Trying to figure out why his team are walking off wholesale status.
You get that, that ringing.
Yeah.
In your ear.
The broadcast. What was that? Emergency broadcast system.
Yes. Emergency broadcast system.
This is not a test.
Yes, this is not a test. Ohio University has shot you in the back of the head 4 times.
And you have lost your lead.
Yeah. Poor guy. We've been there. We've all been there before.
Yeah.
Anyone's game at this point, 4 minutes and 32 seconds left. Definitely like to thank our sponsors, Empire, the worldwide leader in paintball products, and Die Precision, one of my favorites, the Choice of Champions.
Choice of Champions. You can kind of see the body language on the Florida players coming out of the pit. They're just heads down, just moseying down, not even looking at the field, trying to figure out where their spots are, why they're getting shot.
And the body language is key.
Oh, yeah.
As you're watching these guys and they're playing out there, look for the body language. You can see it when they're playing. You can see it when they're walking off. You can see the frustration, and it's kind of tough to hide your emotions out there because paintball's so intense.
Yeah.
And your adrenaline is up so much, and it's such a kind of a climactic thing that's happening.
Oh, definitely.
And so because of that, when you see these guys kind of, I don't think that Florida has that defeatist body language.
No.
But you can kind of see it's like, okay, look, we had our lead, we lost our lead.
Swagger,
Yeah, you lost a little swagger, and you have to walk tall out here, man.
Yeah,
you can't show any weakness.
No,
or you get eaten alive. Look at this.
Ohio making a move.
Meaning all the way to the 50-yard line. Off the break. I love that play call, and he had just destroyed Dorito. Dorito 1. Dorito 2 is still alive, though. And Dorito 2 is going to have an angle on him. They are in a gun battle.
Oh, and he's on their side of the field now.
Awesome job by Meenan as Meenan runs down. Meenan all the way in the backfield, and a major penalty on Florida, or no, Ohio.
Oh, Ohio, I believe.
That's
Jazz Hands is looking for a player to pull.
Yeah.
Nope, they're leaving that player in. And look at Florida has a player in the snake that I don't believe they know about. Oh. That was a great move by the Ohio player, taking out the snake player.
Yeah, nice job. Ohio, they still have Kakuza left alive, and a crazy point. Awesome job by Meenan. He was able to make it all the way to the backfield of Florida before he drew a penalty. I believe the penalty was on Ohio.
Yes, it was.
And here goes Kakuza running to grab that flag. Brooklyn
trying to keep that time on the clock here, on the penalty at least.
And Ohio, off the strength of Meenan's amazing move. And the poor kid, he's got diabetes, and great guy. And it's also Ohio University has. It's the Nationals, right?
Yeah.
So for them, it's the Mustationals. So they've all grown mustache. Well, the guys that can grow mustaches have grown mustaches.
I was going to say, because some of the baby faces down there.
Some of the baby faces have, I would call a pathetic attempt at a mustache. But hey, at least they tried. Then you're looking at the cameraman. No one's safe out there.
Nobody.
I'll tell you what, the cameras aren't safe. The cameramen aren't safe. The coaches aren't safe. It's paintball.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're looking at us right now. Wave to the camera, cat. But, everyone, it's paintball. This is what happens. No big deal, though.
I think we need to take a marker down to Ohio so they can draw some of the mustachios on.
Yep. Cameraman getting hit, too. Hey, it happens. But yeah, so it's mustational. So Meenan, but on the back of his, they put Debetus is his nickname. That's terrible, right?
It is terrible.
Poor guy. I'm like, what the? I looked at him, I'm like, hey, man, Meenan, what is this all about? He's like, well, I have diabetes, and they put Debetus, and that's my... I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. That's terrible.
Really?
Yeah. But anyway, the cool thing about that, there's nothing cool about that. However, he has the greatest mustache ever.
The greatest.
Those epic. Well, I wouldn't say it was epic, but he's got a great handlebar mustache going on. He puts everyone else to shame over on Ohio University.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those guys look with their mustaches look like. 14-year-olds, the first time you actually get a little bit of the fuzz coming in, you're like, I'm going to try to grow a mustache.
Unfortunately, I can't grow a mustache, so I don't have one.
Kind of looks like you if you try to grow a mustache.
I have that Spaniard mustache, real thin, not their mustache.
That 1700s pirate mustache, the thin little stylish thing.
It looks like I have dirt on my lip.
It's like, cat, you got a little something on your lip.
Yeah.
And it's still there.
It's still there.
Never mind.
Yeah, it's not going away. This is a little spot right there. Looks like I have patches.
So just in case, 3 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock. Tied up. If this game is tied at the end of regulation, we will head to a sudden death overtime, which is always fun to watch.
It looks like the refs are congregating in the middle of the field here.
It's got a zebra convention out on the field discussing intricate matters of rates of fire, where they're going to eat tonight, how good Buffalo Wild Wings was last night. Man, I had those honey barbecue wings, and it was delicious.
Oh, I had the garlic parmesan. They were great.
Talking about their stylish headwear.
Stylish. Trying to figure out, okay, this is what's going to happen last night. We're going to go here, have dinner, and then go watch a movie.
But I don't know what movie we want to watch.
What movie? Well, you go over there, and he stands over there.
Hey, can I borrow your goggles? They're way cooler than mine.
Where'd you get that head wrap? That's sick.
Did you get that online? Oh, I don't do a lot of shopping online anymore. Somebody stole my credit card number.
Oh, God. Looks like the coach is talking to Jazz Hands, trying to figure out what's going on.
Oh, well, speaking of, I'm just, as we're pondering thoughts, I'm pondering what Laura is thinking about right now.
What is she thinking about
right now? Let's try to get down to her and see what's going on.
Okay, I'm thinking about these mustaches down here. Some great facial hair from these Ohio University guys. Talk about mustationals. Why'd you guys do this?
Last year I just had an impulse to wear a mustache, so we got a crew together this year, so I wasn't the odd man out, and we got a hardy crew of mustaches now. So just for fun, just for good luck. So, yeah.
Well, some of these mustaches are better than others. I feel bad for some of you guys. You've got it going on.
It took a while, like a month, so it was, But, it's been fun. It's been fun, so.
Okay, so if you guys have a lot of success here, as you already have, do you feel like the mustaches definitely came into play?
Oh, definitely. Mustaches are a huge part of our game plan.
Yeah, I can barely see yours.
I know. It's sad. I tried for like 4 weeks. Couldn't get it.
That's all right. The guys up there in the booth can't grow mustaches either. Actually, just kidding. Maddie can. Back to you guys.
I actually shaved this morning. I don't know.
Yeah, he shaved this morning, believe it or not,
Yeah.
and it just came right back in.
Well, and also I can control it, so I want it to grow longer. I just go, and it just comes out like Spaghetti Factory. What can I say? Just plagued with awesome,
with
amazing
great
facial hair.
genes. Yeah.
Pale skin, lots of facial hair.
Let's see if we can get a market
I'm Irish,
down to
man.
those
What do you
guys.
expect? Red beard. Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Pops.
Actually, his hair's. He has a black mustache. Actually, talk about good mustache. My pop's ridiculous mustache put all the mustational boys to shame.
Definitely.
Maybe not meaning, but everyone else.
Your dad's had a mustache as long as I've known him.
And he's had since like '02. He's 805 years old. Sorry, pops. He's not watching anyway, so who cares?
He's not watching anyways.
No.
I'm gonna call him right now. Just wait.
That's why it's always great to see, like Tyler Nalick from Penn State. His dad is here. It's always great to see that interaction. I didn't get to have that, but I didn't really care. He's like, "Hey, Dad, I'm going to Orlando playing the World Cup." That's great, kid. Have fun.
Make sure you clean your room before you leave.
By the way, get out there and mow the lawn.
Have fun before you leave. The dishes are dirty. Do them.
So yeah, it's great to see. I always, anytime I see a dad that's around, I always try to make a point to say, "Hey, man, it's really great that you're supporting your kid and what he does." And especially if the kid's really good. Tyler's good.
Yeah.
So when your kid is good at something, it's awesome to kind of be very supportive.
Definitely, especially when they come out and they're pretty proud of their kid and what he's accomplished.
In the rare 0.0001 chance my dad is watching this, he actually was he was supportive. So pops, thanks. But anyway, all right. So we are 7-1 right now. And we're looking at 3 minutes and 21 seconds to go before the start of this next point. I'm sorry, before the end of the game.
Oh, end of the game.
I'm hoping I want tie game. I want sudden death overtime. I want it to come down to a one-on-one, epic 3-minute one-on-one battle.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. I want the two best players to be left alive. I want them to be ringing around the rosy in the front, in that center. One of them grab the flag.
Ooh.
Also, if you're looking for a place to play or any more information on paintball, visit ncpapaintball.com and get the information you need from the PBA Nation Field and Store Finder. And PB Nation's a great website, man. If you want to know anything about paintball, and I'm talking about anything, if you want to know what screws goes into a 1988 autococker, you go to PB Nation. If you want to know who's playing on Dynasty, you go to PB Nation. If you want to know where to play paintball, go to PB Nation.
PB Nation. Looks like we have a little time here. Players trying to figure out their game plans.
Yeah, in case anyone was not a crazy reference, an autococker is an old paintball gun, as any paintball player will know.
I've never heard of that. Matt's making stuff
You're
up again.
a liar. That was our preferred gun for years. So smooth.
Our marker of choice. So smooth.
So it looks like we have a technical timeout going on the field right now. Not sure what is going down. Again, lots of awesome paintball coming at you. This is the 2011 National Collegiate Paintball Association Championships here, Lakeland, Florida. I'm Matty Marshall.
Kevin Catfish. I'll see ya. We're here.
And we got, again, lots of awesome games coming up next. We got West Point Black Knights going to be taking on the Florida Atlantic Owls. I can't wait to see that game. Tell you what, West Point, man, those talk about getting better every year. Yeah. That team was, years ago, was a speed bump for, realistically, they were a speed bump for a lot of teams. And now they've become a brick wall. You know, I mean, you have to really fight against those guys. They're really good now. They're playing, but they're stepping up. They're playing a really good team, the Florida Atlantic Owls. I can't wait for that game. I want to see what the Black Knights are going to bring this year, or this game. And I'm really looking forward to seeing Travis Madrid stunt over here on the snake side of the field again. Right after that, we got the Liberty Flames with Tosh Poino, Nick Tossi. Tossi's an awesome player. And they're going to be taking on Rutgers University Scarlet Knights. All right, here we go. 3 minutes, 19 seconds left on the clock, and you're looking at Ohio break out. Aggressive moves up in the center. I like how they're playing, man.
Florida getting eliminated on the Dorito side here. Looks like Ohio's put that player in that safety valve I was talking about earlier.
Yes, Florida losing another player, doubling up that back center, and then losing their third player out of that back center. Does not look good for Florida right now.
Looks like it's a 2-on-5 now.
Yeah, it's 2-on-5, and Ohio in the driver's seat. So now what Ohio wants to do is slow the game down, make the other team concede the point, so you go up 2. But you want to take as much time off this clock as possible. Time is not the friend of Florida right now.
Yeah. And the Ohio coach is letting his players know, don't, control and just wait a little bit. And Florida conceding that point, it looks like. Smart move on their part.
Yeah, that was a very smart move on Florida for Florida. The Gators at this point, look, 2 minutes and 32 seconds left. Now you're down 2. And this is crucial. This is clutch for them. That was a very clutch pull of their coach to throw the towel in, concede that point.
Yeah.
In case you're just tuning in, there's 10-minute halves. If there's a tie at the end, it will go to sudden death, and each team gets a timeout per half. Now, if you're losing the point in this situation, what you want to do is you can't let that time go too much down because you need that time to score points. 2 minutes and 32 seconds left. You can definitely score 2 points.
Oh, definitely.
So look for an aggressive breakout from Florida Atlantic. They want to keep as many bodies alive off the break, but be as aggressive as possible. So what I'm thinking, they should be going up that center of the field.
Oh,
we
definitely.
watched Meenan for Ohio run all the way. He ran to the 50-yard line A off the break, destroys the Dorito side, and what that happens is when that happens really quick in the game, everyone on the Snake side of the field mostly is focused on that side of the field. And when you're able to get that quick jump, get up there, push aggressively, mow a couple guys down, you can come around that A, and then Meenan, boom, he launches from the A, gets into the backfield, starts shooting backs. He does draw a penalty, so one of his teams was about any of that. But the point is, and we've seen it all weekend long, no one's really getting shot off the break going up to that center.
Not at all, man. Not at all. It's almost like no one's really looking for that move. A lot of teams aren't using that move. They should be using that move because no one's really shooting that lane,
Yes, they should. And the thing is, and there you're looking on the screen now, the A bunker, I'm talking about 50-yard line, right in the center of the field. So you've got the Snake midpoint of your screen, and the top right corner, that's the 50-yard line A I'm talking about. They have the little cakes behind them, those little tiny bunkers. That's the structure. Now, what can happen is guys are running to that spot off the break. They don't stop at that little cake, the little bunker. They go right to the A, and when they get to one side or the other, the Snake side or Dorito side, and you're able to lock that side down if you get up there alive. All right, so let's see.
The penalty. The Florida player did not get off the field in time.
That is just a huge mental error.
Yeah.
Oh, Wilson for Florida. Gators blowing it. And let's see if this team can get it up. And looks like Ohio. Yeah, Ohio losing a player off that Dorito side, Cat.
Yes. Off the pointy side here. It looks like Florida trying to make a move on the Snake side here. Oh! Looks like the safety valve is alive.
Yeah, that's
on Ohio.
That center stand-up bunker ref getting in there and checking them out. So 3 players for Florida Gators right now, and Ohio University.
And that safety valve eliminates the Snake player and gets eliminated himself.
So crazy point so far. Lots of bodies coming off. Looks like 2 bodies left alive.
Look like Florida into the Snake now.
Yeah, Florida, and they need to go quick, though. They got 1 minute and 40 seconds, and they need to score this point fast and give themselves at least at the very least, I would say 45 seconds.
Yeah.
And even that being said, that is not a lot of time with this field layout to score a point.
Yeah, don't look for Ohio to make any kind of crazy moves because, they got the lead and they're just trying to eat up this clock right now.
So it's John Lowry, number 18 for Florida Gators in the Snake right now.
Oh.
And you're looking at their boom in that center of the field. Yeah, and it doesn't look good for Ohio as Pando stuck in that stand-up temple. He gets shot and a penalty.
And a penalty on Pando.
Minor penalty on Pando.
Lowry having a game in the Snake for Florida.
So there we go. It's going to be probably about just under a minute left. Yeah, 59 seconds left to go here. 58 seconds to go. So the score is going to be 7-8. Got ourselves a 1-point game. Florida at least giving themselves a chance to tie it up.
A good chunk of time there.
Yeah, and hey, man, that's awesome. This has been a great game. This is what I want to see. This is Saturday ball. These guys are fighting for their lives right now. The winners advance. The losers are eliminated. And it's going to be I'm really looking forward to watching the rest of these games because I'm hoping this is what we're going to see all day long.
Seesaw battles, that's what you want to see. You want to see intensity, man, and both these teams are bringing it right now.
Yeah, both these teams are definitely bringing it. And there's standouts on both teams. Again, I think that the MVP so far of the day is David Pando. But, hey, look, man, this is one of those things. Pando comes out, gets stuck in that temple, a stand-up temple. He ends up getting shot, gets a minor penalty. He's got to shake that off.
Yeah.
They need him to run. They need him to run hard. And that's one of those mental mistakes. You got to just let it come off you like Teflon.
Yeah, you got to forget about it, man. It's the past now. It's not happening right now.
Yeah.
You got to keep your mind in the game.
Yeah, and an interesting note, and we have mentioned this, but today, see, what happens is we talked a lot about this yesterday, and you're going to listen to us talk about this more. The situation is, look, these guys have had a whole day to play this field. They've practiced this field before the event. They've watched all the other teams play this field. They've scouted the other teams, and basically they're putting themselves in a situation to play the best paintball they can. They're learning those little nuances, those little tricks, the little angles, and it really shows. And I think but this is what happens, and what happens is you start to see a more aggressive style come out because they want to step up, they want to win the event just for pride and for their teams, and hey, they're being televised. It's bragging rights. It's bragging rights, but also it's just the fluid nature of paintball strategy. It's a simple game, yet very complicated on the back end. It's 5 guys with guns are on the other side, shoot all of them, grab the flag and hang it. That's paintball, in case you're unfamiliar with paintball. And if you get hit with a paintball and it breaks on you, you're eliminated. It's a simple game. It's like golf. Hey, take the ball, hit it into the hole.
I like to think of paintball as like chess, man.
It is chess with guns.
Chess with guns. It hurts a little bit, but not much.
But it hurts in a good way.
And a good way. It hurts
so good. So you're looking at the Goldsmith, the coach for Ohio. He actually played for Tennessee, so it's funny. Tennessee not really happy about that. But hey,
why would they be so happy about that?
Hey, man, he's got a job coaching.
What can you do?
You can't fault someone for getting a gig. That's hater status, man.
There's always haters out there.
There are a lot of haters out there. Lots of haters. So, where it stands right now, 58 seconds left in our first match. You are watching the University of Florida Gators take on Ohio University Bobcats. And we have ourselves a 1-point match. Look for a very aggressive break for the Gators. They have to. They have 58 seconds up to score point, tied up. Now, flip side, Ohio University Bobcats. Look for them to try to get 5 bodies alive and just nonstop shoot their guns. Control the guys, and because Florida's got to come at you. They have to come aggressively down the field and run into your guns. There's no other way that it can be done. So, they know it's coming. Now they just got to giddy up and dig in, roll their guns on the guys coming at them.
Yeah. And you know what? I believe Ohio players are just going to take all 4 of the back bunkers. I don't see them coming out of the blue zone at all.
No, I don't think so either.
It would be
they might double, triple up that back center.
All 5 players back there, Yeah, I don't foresee them coming out of that blue zone at all.
We saw some quadrupling of the back center yesterday. I'm like,
did it work?
Guys, 4 guns off the break in the center. You're sending 1 runner out. I don't know about that. Here we go. You're looking at Ohio's break. Let's see how many guns they have up. And you're looking at Florida. Here's Florida digging hard. All the way to the snake.
Eliminating the A
up the center. So they roll the guns, able to get out, shoot out Irby heading up in the center. Time starting to tick down. 45 seconds left. They see it. They can do it. Ohio with 4 bodies alive.
Looks like Florida has a snake there in, making his way all the way down.
Or 3. Looks like 3 bodies alive for Ohio as they just got to roll those guns, man. Non-stop shooting up the goal. They lose the back center. This could be a tie game. Let's see if Wilson can get it done here.
Oh, Pano getting eliminated.
I think they're going to do it. Oh, very nice job by Florida Gators, tying it up with 15 seconds left to go. We got ourselves a match. Love it.
Oh, man.
What a way to start the day off here. All going to be tied up at 8 apiece now. Phenomenal job by Florida. They did everything right. They shot some guys off the break. They made their spots, or at least they made one of the important spots. They made it to snake 1 off the break. They got shot trying to get up in the center. Did not matter, though, because the remaining Florida players were able to march down the field. And, they scored a point in 30 seconds.
Oh, man. That was...
Actually, a little bit more than that. I'm sorry. They scored a point in about, it was about 45 seconds.
Yeah. Was it 45? Yeah, it was 45 seconds.
43.
Oh, man. And it's a game.
We got ourselves a match, boys and girls, here in the morning, Lakeland, Florida. I love Central Florida paintball. We're in Central Florida paintball. Love this field. There's lots of local tournaments here. If you're in Florida and you want a place to play, come out here. And if you want to find a place to play, go to ncpapaintball.com or go to PB Nation. Also, like to again thank our sponsors, Empire Paintball and Die Precision, for helping make this happen. So yeah, you're gonna be throwing down paintball. It's gonna be coming at you all day. So they're probably going to play. I wonder if they're going to burn the clock or if they're going to burn the clock and just go right into sudden death. or they're going to play out 15 seconds. Now,
I'd give 'em
realistically,
15 seconds.
Well, I would too. And we had this conversation yesterday when Oliver was up here. We were thinking, or we got conversating back and forth about what the shortest point had ever been. So, and this came from one of Oliver's buddies who texted him this information. So I don't know if this exactly is according to Hoyle, but 11 seconds was, I believe, was the fastest point.
Fastest point.
So it can be done. No, actually, they're going to burn it off. They're going to burn it off. We're going to head into sudden death. All tied up at 8 apiece. Man, Gators taking on the Bobcats. I love it.
Man, Gators are not going quietly in their hometown. Not at all.
Oh, man, this is great. This is tournament paintball right here.
Yeah, this is what it's all about right here.
Yeah, so nice job by Wilson, man. Wilson from the Gators getting into the snake and able to come down here and handle business. So and he's heading out. Irby's heading out for Florida. Look for Ohio to put out definitely. You're going to see Pando out there. You're going to see Kukuza. You're going to see Meenan, and this is going to be a battle.
Oh,
what would you do? What would your breakout be if you're Florida? What's your breakout?
My breakout would be I would send a guy to the snake, a guy to the safety valve, and then 2 guys to the Dorito, and keep that guy in the back.
So
back
explain the safety valve for people at home that wouldn't understand what that is.
Safety valve, pretty much, is the valve that's going to keep the player out of the snake.
So which bunker is that?
That would be the yellow bunker, the yellow stand-up can right to the left of the A that you're seeing on the screen at the current moment right now.
So center.
Pretty much center of the field. That guy right there shoots that open lane that you see right there and keeps that snake player from going anywhere. Because he actually can shoot down into the snake as he's trying to make it crawl around the back part.
Exactly. So that stand-up, and again, paintball is all a game of angles. Very rarely, I wouldn't say very rarely, as far as percentage-wise, how much you're battling the person right in front of you, that's not your best shot. When you're engaging in that, you'll see these guys, and they're locked in these gunfights, and they're fighting the guy straight ahead of them. Now, that's a low percentage play. If you're just sitting there gunfighting, snap shooting with each other, and the snapshot is just come out, shoot one ball, come back in, come out, shoot a couple balls, come back in to your bunker. You're rolling dice there. You're playing craps.
Yeah.
And you don't want to do that. So the smart way is, now if you're an amazing gunfighter, and that's one of your the skills you've cultivated, then you're going to be engaging in more high-risk behavior on a more regular basis, and you're going to win the majority of those gunfights. But still, it doesn't matter. Even if you're gunfighting somebody who's not as good as you, that's a low-risk play. So again, paintball, game of angles. You want to get as much ground as possible. You want to shoot cross-field because those are where your best shots lie.
We got 5 seconds on the clock here for our overtime play.
Here we go. This is it. Sudden death overtime. And on the breakout, you're looking at Ohio University digging out, aggressive on that Dorito side of the field. And it looks like they lose their player trying to make it to Dorito 1. The back corner bunker still alive. The referee, you can see the top of your screen underneath the kill count, trying to get it. It looks like he's clean. That's scaring the Bobcats fans for a second. Anytime you see a ref run over to somebody, you're like, oh, look for a penalty flag. Look for it, wait for it. But Florida able to keep 5 bodies alive. A little bit less aggressive breakout from Florida as they take the stand-up tempo on the snake side of the field, back center, and now
Pando into the snake now.
So Pando's in the snake, and there's no one stopping him.
No.
But the stand-up, here's the thing though, if Pando comes around, and Pando looks up into a ball, that's a bad loss for the Bobcats. So now just 3 bodies left alive to try to salvage this game for Ohio. Now, whoever the winner of this match will be facing the Connecticut Huskies at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Huskies getting the bye because they won their division this year.
Yeah. Looks like Florida looking to make that move into the snake at the moment.
Yeah, what an awesome seesaw battle back and forth. We watched, Ohio went up first, then Florida came back, shutting Pando down in the snake. Then Pando started to stunt, had an amazing game. It went just back and forth, and then Florida coming back. They only had a couple minutes, less than 2 minutes to score 2 points, and they did it. It's tied up, and here we are in sudden death.
Florida losing the player.
Oh, so Florida's starting to get chopped up, pushing aggressively into the line of Ohio, and here comes Ohio coming down the snake. Big move all the way down. He doesn't get caught. Tries to trade out. That's a Mario. And it looks like a penalty. Man, the refs are on top of this here. And so it looks like there's 2 remaining Florida players and 1 Ohio player. So it looked like, Amaro just pushing a little bit too hard and heavy.
That envelope right on the lightning. Sometimes you get zapped. Oh. And it's not, and here comes the pain.
So it's Wilson in the snake, and it's probably not going to matter. Yeah. And it's going to be a one-on-one. Did he trade out with him? Oh, wow, look at this one-on-one situation. It could have been better. We could have had a more dramatic finish to this game. This is why I called this.
It is, yes.
I called
you
this.
called this, right? One-on-one.
One-on-one.
Oh.
It's Wilson. I can't see who's left alive for Ohio.
You know what would be great if they kept doing this one-on-one for a minute, and then that guy came out of the jailbreak and just mowed down Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson cannot go to sleep on the penalty box as Ohio is going to get a player back here in a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So basically, the Ohio player just
nope.
The Ohio player should not be engaging right now.
No.
I mean, he should be snap shooting, but he should not be monster gunfighting right now against Wilson. He's going to get another body out.
Yeah.
What needs to happen is contain Wilson.
Oh,
and he gets a shot.
No, he's clean.
Oh, my God. So what's going to, here's the thing. Like I said, contain Wilson and wait for your guy to get out of the penalty box.
The guy in the penalty box.
Look, you see this great shot right here, and they're in this gunfight. It's Wilson, number 9, for the Florida Gators. All tied up.
The coach telling them that the box is about to be released.
I don't know if Wilson can hear him, though.
No, he's not even paying attention.
Yeah, because the coach for Florida is on the opposite side of the field. So Wilson, now I'll tell you, what would be great is if that guy comes blazing out of that penalty box and trades out with Wilson.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Because Wilson has to engage with that guy. Wilson cannot let that guy come out of the penalty box alive.
No choice.
He's forced to engage with him. Great job by Ohio. Again, he's just chilling in there.
Here it comes.
You can hear everyone screaming from the sidelines.
Yeah.
He's going to try.
Oh, God.
He's going to try to come out of that box and just blaze Wilson. That's what I would try to do. I'd just try to
right at him. Come right at him.
I'd force him to engage. I'd try to not get a penalty, but I would really try to force him to engage. Because the problem is if he gets another penalty, it's going to pull the last player. Yeah. Now Wilson making a move. He's totally going to sleep on the penalty box. Got to be real careful at this point. Wilson trying to force the issue. He has to at this point.
Yeah. Oh, people yelling the penalty box. Oh, here comes the guy. Look at the penalty. Oh, eliminates him. And he has no idea about the penalty. Here comes the jailbreak.
Yeah, I don't know if the jailbreak's going to come out in time. Let's see if he's going to be at Wilson able to hang it. And Wilson able to hang it before the penalty clock expires. So great job by Wilson from the Florida Gators.
Wow.
That was awesome. Good job. Standout performance. Number 9, Wilson. You can see him there walking off victorious, and on the strength of that play, we couldn't have got. I called that. Tell me I did not call that.
Called it.
I said 3-minute one. I was like, we need to go to sudden death. And what a great comeback by Florida. You see him spilling out onto the field right now. There's Thomas Irby. He played great to keep his team in it. Wilson played great snake side. I mean, the whole team stepped up to get back in it. And, I mean, they were down by 2. It was 8-6 with 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining. They fought back. They win 2 quick points. They won a point in under a minute.
Yeah.
And then they play a pretty crazy sudden death point. Comes down to a one-on-one. And like I said early on, paintball gods, give us the 3-minute epic one-on-one sudden death victory.
They heard you, and it was given. Wilson coming down that snake side, pretty much putting his team on his shoulders, carrying them to the finish line.
Hey, and I'll tell you what, man, if you have not seen tournament paintball, this is what it's all about. This is how it happens. This is tournament paintball at its best. This is basically, we're watching the best college paintball players in the United States throw down right now.
No, the best,
and this is hopefully what we're going to see all day long. Is guys wanting to earn that title, wanting to win that championship, and Florida going to be advancing on to face the University of Connecticut Huskies. UConn, very strong team, very deep. They actually went undefeated this season until they played Penn State, which handed them the first loss of the season yesterday.
And that was a battle right there.
Yeah, and that battle is going to be going down at 2 o'clock. Next up, we got the West Point Black Knights taking on the Florida Atlantic Owls. That's going to be a good game. Florida Atlantic played very well yesterday, and really, again, as far as people playing the snake and playing the snake methodically and aggressive, and it had to go to Travis Madrid. Travis Madrid, standout player. You came out of the Rage camp, I believe, so that was not a big surprise to me when I heard that. I'm like, oh, of course. Rage, historic, legendary professional paintball team out of Florida played for years and won tournaments, and they're no longer around, but they're is still being felt. Their power is still being felt with Florida Atlantic, which will be coming out here shortly as we see a dejected Ohio University. They have got to be disappointed right now. They had the lead. I mean, to lose a match like this when you're up 2 points with 1 minute and 45 seconds left, That's just got to be so disappointing for them.
Definitely.
I mean, you're sitting there in a situation, Kat, where it's like, look, man, all you need to do is carry out a couple extra pods of paint and never stop shooting our guns.
Oh, don't, stay in your bunker. Stay alive, Don't get into dumb gunfights because, that's what's going to cost your team.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's, and you can see them there. They're huddled up right now and having a conversation about what went wrong. And you can see them. All their heads are down almost as if they're in like some sort of requiem. In which they are. They're in requiem for their
requiem for a dream.
Yeah,
jeez,
requiem for the death of their collegiate champion paintball dream right here.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate. I mean, and hey, hats off to them. They also played well too.
But this is a team that's going to be back. These guys. Yeah. These guys are not going to stop coming. You know what I mean?
No, exactly. They're not. All right. So it looks like we got Laura with Wilson from a victorious Florida Gators down on the sidelines. All right, Laura. What does Wilson have to say?
All right, Jeff, so this one ends in an epic one-on-one battle after going back and forth the entire time. Just talk about the intensity of being out there by yourself, knowing that you've got your team on your back.
It was rough. I thank God for my coaches. Wasn't really paying attention to anyone but Big Man. Helped me a lot. And my Dorito side, looking where they are. Didn't have a clue. Running out of paint kind of sucked. But, I don't know, we did it. So, it was rough.
Well, it couldn't have ended in any better way, right?
Yeah, correct. I was happy.
Okay, so just what were you thinking when you were out there and you realized that this one really was on you and there was nothing else you could do?
I didn't want to mess it up one bit. Everything was on my back.
Okay, well, Ohio University, very talented team. Talk about what Dave Panda was doing in the Snake and then kind of taking his team on his back as well.
I don't know. It was... I don't know. It was rough. It was fun going in the Snake, then doing that. Just happy, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, well, next up you guys face UConn, a pretty tough team. Have you seen anything from them yet?
Yeah, we watched them yesterday, and we got to stay on top of our game, else it might go down. But it's going to be rough. Probably just as bad as Ohio. So.
All right, but maybe you'll tough that one out too.
Hopefully, knock on wood. We will.
Okay, guys, so Wilson says it's rough. What do you guys think?
Yes, rough. Well, at our final, Florida 9, Ohio 8. Devastating loss for Ohio. Congratulations to Florida as they advance to play University of Connecticut Huskies. I'm Eddie Marshall. We got Mike Paxton. He's coming up here in just a few moments. Do not go anywhere. All right, so we are back here. 2011 NCPA Championships. I'm Matty Marshall, and I have the Ironman's Mike Paxton up here. Mike, how are you doing, bud?
Very good, very good. Little drive getting up here, but it was awesome.
That's okay. How far do you